gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm Maris Robert. NFL Week 15. Wow, where has the season gone? It seems like the season just started. All right, Week 14, 12-4 straight up picks, 6-10 against the spread, 8-8 on the over/under. Year to date, 141, 66-1 on the straight up picks, 67.7%. Against the spread, 95 and 113, 45%. Over under 106 to 102, 50.9%. 54.8% overall. I don't think that's too awful bad. I'm happy with that. The goal was 60, but hey, you know what? It just makes us work a little harder. All right. 3 games left. 3 weeks left in the regular season. We have 12 playoff spots to fill. We've already filled 3 of them. Baltimore, Kansas City, and New Orleans have all made their way into the playoff, into the second season for the NFL. So we have some big games this week. We have some just garbage games. Thursday Night Football, we have the 5-8 New York Jets versus the 11-2 Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens have already clinched the playoff berth. The Jets, Jets, Jets. Started the season 1-7. They won 4 or 5. I don't know if Sam Darnold is as bad as everybody thought he was. He's a pretty decent quarterback here. Baltimore's won 9 straight. I actually think this is going to be a good Thursday night game. Baltimore is playing out of their mind. Lamar Jackson is one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league right now. Baltimore's favored by 14.5 at home. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think the Jets are playing a lot better than people think, than what the line is showing here. I'm not stupid. I'm picking the Ravens to win. I'm getting the Jets to cover that 14.5, and I'm taking under on the 44.5. Next up, we have the 10-3 Seattle Seahawks versus the 5-8 Carolina Panthers. Seattle is one of 3. Kevin, was it 3 or 4? 4. Sorry, 4 NFC teams right now with 10 wins. Seattle, San Francisco, both out of the NFC West. New Orleans and Green Bay. Bad time to be in the NFC West. Seattle's favored by 6 here against Carolina. I got them winning, covering, and over in the 48.5. Next up, we have the 6-7 Philadelphia Eagles versus the 3-10 Washington Redskins. Rematch of Week 1, Philly won 32-27. Philly and Dallas are currently tied for the NFC North. NFC East. Philly plays Dallas next week, and then the Giants. Now the Redskins, they play the Giants, then Dallas. The Redskins play both Philadelphia and Dallas. The Redskins could screw over either of those 2 teams for the division. But Washington's not that good. Philadelphia's favored by 5.5. I got them winning, covering, and over in the 40.5. Next up, we got the AFC South battle. We got the top 2 teams. We have the Houston Texans 8-5 versus Tennessee Titans 8-5. These two teams play 2 out of the next 3 weeks together. They play Week 15. They play Week 17. More than likely, Week 17 will be for the division. Houston in the division, 3-1. Tennessee in the division, 2-2. At home, Houston's 5-2. On the road, which they are this week, they're 3-3. Tennessee, a little bit closer. They're 4-3 away, 4-2 at home. Tennessee is favored by 3 points at home. Deshaun Watson, dude, you have breakout games every once in a while. You're going to break it out here. You're going to show the league what you're made of. You're going to show the league that you are in the same conversation as a Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Maybe not to that level, but when you rank the best quarterbacks in the league, he needs to be in the top 10. I feel he's that good. Houston, giving them the 3. They cover under on the 50. This game should have been flexed to Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football. This could be literally the game of the week. The 3-10 Miami Dolphins versus the 2-11 New York Football Giants. Is Eli starting? Is Danny Jones starting? Do we have his name Danny Jones? Whatever his name is. Do we have a quarterback controversy in New York? Yeah, I don't know and don't care. Giants are horrible. The offensive line is just garbage. It's like they walked out in Times Square and went, you, and you. Come on, you're going to be offensive linemen. And it's what it looks like. But hey, Miami, really, I mean, is it a better dumpster fire? Which is the worst team? The Giants or the Dolphins? Yeah. Giants are favored by 3 at home. Why? Why would we pick the Giants to win this game? Who's going to do that? Give me 3 points in Miami. Got Miami winning, covering, and over on the 48. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-7 versus the 3-9-1 Detroit Lions. Tampa Bay favored by 3.5, winning, covering, and over on the 47. Spygate 2 coming to you soon. Oh my God, the Patriots controversy creates cash. That's all you got to say about it. Controversy creates cash. As much controversy is around Tom Brady and the Patriots, Bill Belichick, Spygate 2 versus Cincinnati, the blown calls against, who the fuck did they play last week? Wow, my brain just stopped working all of a sudden. Who the fuck did the Patriots play last week? I know y'all going, Blue. Oh, Chiefs, that's right, yeah. The blown calls. I mean, 2 touchdowns basically taken back. As much as everybody says the Patriots get the calls, it's almost like the referee staff is like, hey guys, we've really got to fuck over the Patriots tonight so people don't think we're in the Patriots' pocket. But yeah, it just, I think as long as Brady's playing, as long as Belichick is there, we're going to have these controversies, we're going to have these, spy gates, we're going to have these deflate gates, we're going to have all this stuff. It just follows Belichick. But you know what? That's cool. Because I love his press conferences. When they ask him a tough question, we're going to play Cincinnati. We're going to play Cincinnati. I mean, he's just straightforward. He won't fucking answer stupid questions. It's great. We have the 10-3 New England Patriots versus the 1-12 Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, the Patriots have to cheat to beat the Bengals. Whatever. Patriots are favored at 9.5. Their offense sucks. Brady has 1 receiver. And they triple team that receiver. Everybody else is like, I supposed to catch your ball? I get your ball. What's your ball? Can I get it? Yeah. It's basically Brady throwing the ball to a bunch of guys, and then he has Julian Edelman. Patriots are favored by 9.5. I got the Patriots winning. They'll cover the 9.5. It is the Bengals and all, but it's going to be under on the 40.5. Chicago Bears. Do we love them? Do we hate them? Mitch Trubisky, is he a good quarterback or is he a sucky quarterback? We do know one thing about the Bears. That defense is pretty cool. Pretty good. Pretty good defense. They're 7-6. They're going into Lambeau Field versus the 10-3 Green Bay Packers. Again, 4 teams with 10 wins in the NFC. Green Bay is favored by 4.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 41. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos. 5-8 versus the 9-4 Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs, AFC West champions. Patrick Mahomes, 2-time division champion. Patrick Mahomes, a little injury going on with his hand. We'll see what that comes out. Now, we have what could be a long-term rivalry going on here between Denver and Kansas City. They've been rivals forever. They've had, what is that? I can't do math today. 119 previous games. Kansas City 64-55 versus Denver. Kansas City's won 8 straight. 2 times a year, division rivals. They played way back when. We know the rivalry. If you're a Chiefs fan or Denver Broncos fan, you know how big this rivalry is. By looking at the 2 quarterbacks right now, Denver. Their first round draft pick last year, second round, was it first round draft, second round? I think he's first round. 23-year-old Drew Lock. From the Kansas City area, went to Blue Springs High School. Went to college in Mizzou in Columbia, 2 hours away from Kansas City. Grew up as a Chiefs fan, more than likely. Now he is for the Denver Broncos, one of the biggest rivals of Kansas City in Arrowhead, in his third career start. He's 2-0 as a starter. Patrick Mahomes, 24-year-old quarterback, MVP last year. Yeah, he's having a sophomore slump, or technically it's as a full-time starter to sophomore year. In 17, he started one game. He started 6-0 as a career starter. You have the boy who's coming back to Arrowhead as a starter for the rivals from the area versus AFC West champions. If these two quarterbacks' careers stay like they've started, this could be a rival for a long time. This could be Elway, Marino type, or Marino and Jim Kelly type rivalry. Something where we look back in 10, 15, 20 years going, man, you remember when those guys first started? Yeah. It could be, as long as Denver builds around Drew Lock, and Drew Lock is that kind of quarterback that he should be, boom, you got something here. Mahomes' first loss was to Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Wouldn't it be ironic for Drew Lock's first loss to come against Patrick Mahomes, who we all know is probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now? Drew Lock builds up, Mahomes builds up. I think it could be a rivalry. Kansas City is favored by 11.5. I think Drew Lock has sparked something in Denver. They're playing a little bit better. They've won 2 straight. I got Kansas City winning. I'm not stupid here. But Kansas City's only 3-3 in Arrowhead. They're 6-1 on the road. Can somebody explain that to me? I know. Patrick Mahomes missed 2 games. I got Kansas City winning. I got the Broncos covering the 11.5, taking over in the 45.5. That could be game of the week. Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns, 6-7 versus the Arizona Cardinals, 3-9-1. Cleveland favored by 2.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 48. Week 15, the Cleveland Browns have a mathematical chance of making the playoffs. When's the last time we got to say that? Alright, next up, Minnesota Vikings, 9-4 versus Los Angeles Chargers, 5-8. Minnesota's favored by 2.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 44.5. Do we know where the Chargers are going to play next year? Are they going to play in like $1 billion stadium by Stan Kroenke in LA? Are they going to back to San Diego? Are they going to London? Are they going to St. Louis? Where are they going? We don't know. They don't know. That's why they're only 5-8, because they don't know where their home's going to be at. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, 4-9 versus the 6-7 Oakland Raiders. Jags. Anyway, Oakland's favored by 6.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 40.5. Next up, we have Los Angeles Rams, 8-5 versus the 6-7 Dallas Cowboys. We have a 6-7 team leading to the division. Dallas, Philadelphia, one of y'all. Can we get above 500 to win it before you win the division? I do not. I hate it when we have a division champion under 500. Rams are favored by 1. I actually seen a bunch of pick'ems for this game. So I got the Rams covering the 1 point and under on the 49. Next up, we have the 4-9 Atlanta Falcons versus the 11-2 San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G. He ain't the greatest quarterback in the league, but he's a good quarterback in the league. He's 19-4 as a starter. Jimmy G favored by 10.5 versus the Falcons. I can see a Falcons upset. They've done upsets like this before, but I don't see it. 49ers win. Cover the 10.5, under on the 47. Sunday Night Football, we have the 5th and 6th teams in the AFC playoff race. The 9-4 Buffalo Bills, 1 game behind the Patriots, versus the 8-5 Pittsburgh Steelers, who are, 3 games behind? Baltimore's 11-2, and they're 8-5, so Baltimore wins, so they lose. Baltimore gets the division. Pittsburgh's only shot is at a wild card. Pittsburgh's favored by 2 at home. Giving Buffalo the 2, taking Buffalo for the win. They cover over on the 36.5. On Monday Night Football, we have the NFC South champions, the New Orleans Saints at 10-3, inviting in the Indianapolis Colts, who are 6-7, into the Superdome. Saints are favored by 9. Who dat? Wins, covers, over on the 46. That is the NFL week number 15. Make sure you check out coming weeks on Rubber Sports Show, the NCAA playoff preview, NCAA bowl games picks, the rest of the NFL season, on into the Super Bowl in February. A lot of interesting playoff games coming. I know a lot of the fantasy leagues are wrapping their leagues up here. I think our league is semifinals this week and with finals next week. I think some teams are maybe a week ahead of that, a week behind that. To all you fantasy out there, good luck. All you prognosticators, hope you're having a great season. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone out there. And have a good holiday season.